Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful must-watch moments for Tuesday, September 23, include Will confessing the truth about Electra. Old decisions collide with present-day conflicts, setting off new chaos in Los Angeles. Secrets long buried rise to the surface, testing love and loyalty in ways the Forresters never anticipated. The fallout shakes the family to its core, and with more upheaval on the horizon, every moment on CBS and Paramount Plus is unmissable. Luna, Lisa Yamada, hid behind Electra's Linnea Grace mask and deceived Will Morrow, leaving him to believe he was with Electra that night. Unaware of the truth, Will gave in, only to spend the following days in turmoil at Deacon's Scene Canaan, piecing together fragments of what had actually happened. The shocking reality soon came to light. Luna was alive, and she was the one who assaulted him. Staggered by the revelation, Will turned to Katie, Heather, Tom, and Bill, Don Diamond. Their immediate reaction was fury, and together with Lei, Naomi Matsuda, they confronted Luna directly. The confrontation exploded almost immediately. Leigh's rage boiled over, and she lashed out, seizing Luna by the throat and calling her evil. The violent outburst underscored the depth of betrayal ripping through the family. Though Will was the victim, he and Bill instinctively stepped in. No matter how deeply they despised Luna's actions, they couldn't allow Lei to strangle her in the heat of anger. Pulling Lei away left everyone shaken, the moment laying bare just how destructive Luna's actions had become. And then Luna dropped another bombshell. With tensions still high, she revealed she was pregnant, and the child could be Will's. The revelation sent fresh shockwaves through the room. Later, Bill pressed Luna to have an abortion, while Katie counseled Will about Electra. Katie insisted he didn't need to tell his girlfriend, but Will felt compelled to be honest, determined not to hide the truth. The bold and the beautiful thrives on moments that no one sees coming, the kinds of sudden revelations and heartfelt confessions that turn the tide of storylines and push characters into new, uncharted territory. And September 23 is about to deliver exactly that as Will Spencer, long the overlooked son of Bill and Katie, steps into the spotlight with a confession that could change everything by turning to Electra in a moment of raw honesty. Fans who have watched Will Grow Up know that he has often been sheltered from the most explosive drama that swirls through the Forrester, Logan, and Spencer families. But this week the veil is lifted, and Will steps forward with words that cannot be taken back. Words that could ripple through multiple families. Because for the first time, Will is not just an observer, but a player in the tangled web of lies, loyalty, and desire. His choice to confide in Electra raises more questions than answers, because why her, why now, and what could he possibly have to say that feels too heavy to carry alone? To understand the weight of this moment, fans need to consider who Will is, and who Electra has become in this constantly shifting world of Los Angeles elite. Will has lived in the shadow of his powerful father, Bill Spencer, a man known for ruthless business tactics and complicated romantic entanglements, while also being protected fiercely by his mother, Katie, whose determination to shield her son from heartbreak and scandal has often left him on the sidelines. But children on soaps grow up fast, and Will has reached the age where his perspective matters, his choices matter, and his secrets matter. If he is making a confession, it means he has been carrying something big enough to eat away at him, something that demands release, and the fact that he chooses Electra as the recipient suggests she has earned his trust in a way that others have not. Electra herself is a newer but fascinating figure on the canvas. Someone whose connections to both the Forresters and Spencers give her a unique position, not fully entrenched in one family's drama, but close enough to all of it to understand the stakes. Her presence has already stirred curiosity, and Will's decision to confide in her elevates her status instantly, signaling that she is about to become much more central to the action. What could Will possibly confess? Theories are already flying among fans, ranging from personal revelations to explosive secrets he may have stumbled upon. So children often end up as unintentional witnesses, overhearing arguments, discovering documents, or piecing together truths the adults are too busy hiding. And Will has been present in enough key moments that it is entirely possible he knows something others don't realize he knows. Could it be about Bill's ongoing schemes, perhaps a secret business deal or a romantic entanglement that would devastate Katie if revealed? Could it involve the Forresters, maybe something Will overheard about Hope, Thomas, or even Ridge? Or could it be about Will himself, a personal confession about his own struggles, feelings, or desires, something deeply human that shows he is no longer just the quiet kid in the background, but a young man finding his own voice? Whatever it is, the act of speaking it to Electra marks a turning point, because now someone else carries the weight, and that means the truth will not stay buried for long. Electra's role in this is just as important as Will's because how she reacts will determine the fallout. Will she keep his confidence, holding the secret close while deciding whether to help him navigate the consequences, or will she feel compelled to tell someone else, setting off a chain reaction that could detonate across multiple families? Electra has been portrayed as empathetic but also ambitious, and the balance between those traits could define her next move. If she betrays Will's trust, she risks alienating him and possibly Katie, but if she protects him, she risks being pulled deeper into a storm that could consume her. Fans know that The Bold and the Beautiful never introduces a confession like this, without intending for it to ripple outward, and Electra's choice could be the pivot point that determines who gets hurt, who gets exposed, and who gains the upper hand. The emotional core of this must-watch moment lies in the fact that Will is finally being given a storyline of his own, one that showcases his growth and maturity. Soap operas often use the children of major players as narrative devices until the time is right to elevate them into the spotlight, and September 23 feels like that moment for Will. By confessing to Electra, he is no longer just Katie and Bill's son. He is a character with agency, secrets, and consequences, and that is the kind of turning point that fans live for. His vulnerability in admitting whatever has been haunting him will not only endear him to viewers, but also create tension with the adults in his life who will inevitably be affected by what he has revealed. For Bill, this could be a challenge to his authority, a reminder that his son is no longer a passive participant, but someone who could undermine him. For Katie, it could be a moment of heartbreak, realizing that her efforts to protect Will could not shield him from the harsh realities of their world. And for Electra, it could be the defining moment that cements her place as a confidant, an ally, or even a wild card with power she never expected to hold. The Bold and the Beautiful thrives on these intersections of personal emotion and larger-than-life drama, and Will's confession has the potential to ignite storylines that stretch far beyond September 23. Imagine the fallout if Electra tells Katie, who then confronts Bill, leading to a showdown that pulls in Brooke, Ridge, and even Liam. Imagine if Will's confession touches on something about Thomas or Hope, reigniting old tensions and creating new conflicts. Imagine if what he says about himself opens up fresh avenues for character development, giving fans a chance to connect with him on a deeper level. The possibilities are endless, and that is what makes this preview moment so electrifying. It is not just about what Will says, but about how everyone else reacts, and in those reactions, entire storylines are born. September 23 is the kind of episode that fans will mark on their calendars because it represents a shift, a new beginning for a character who has long been on the periphery and a test for a character who is still finding her footing. Will's confession to Electra is a must-watch because it is layered with emotion, suspense, and the promise of future fallout. It is the kind of moment that redefines relationships, alters trajectories, and reminds viewers why they tune in every day to witness lives unravel and rebuild in ways that feel both shocking and inevitable. As the preview suggests, this is not just a small reveal. It is the first crack in a dam that could soon burst, flooding the canvas with drama that touches everyone. Fans will be glued to their screens, social media will light up with theories and reactions, and the bold and the beautiful will once again prove that it knows exactly how to deliver must-watch television.